Hi everybody, this is your news anchor, Sarah Ferry, and I'm reporting to you live on tonight's good news. So for today's news forecast, we're going to be sharing to you nothing but good news. So if this sounds like something that you are interested in hearing about, then please stay tuned. I highly recommend sticking around. We have lots of good stories and highlights to talk about that were in the news this week. So let's start first by talking about Valentine's Day. So in preparation for Valentine's Day, we thought it would be worth mentioning that scientists have found a cure for a broken heart. This seems to be a radical idea to some, but the studies have been proven to work. One girl with a prior broken heart stated, "I don't feel like the emotions I have whenever I experience a broken heart affect me anymore," claiming now that she feels hopeful for her future and loved by many. And looky there, we have a happy heart. If you like free stuff, then you will want to listen to the next news story. The Mercedes-Benz dealership is giving away a free car every day this month for the next 30 days. Wow, it's beautiful. I wonder how much power this car is capable of having. There will be 30 lucky winners. They're promoting the new 292 model, and the dealership wants to celebrate the new make and model by giving away 30 free cars. There's only one catch. In order for you to qualify for the application process, then you must have to have never owned a Mercedes-Benz. It's that simple, folks. The company said they want to give back to the community by donating a means of transportation to those in need. If we can help divide the expenses of owning a new car in such a way that will help facilitate families to be financially stable enough to afford the upkeep of their new car, then we would like to help however we can. Wow, that's a big deal. There's going to be 30 lucky families out there in our community. So definitely, if that sounds like something you're interested in, definitely take a look at that. They said that you can just go to their website online, click the link, and it will bring you right to the Mercedes-Benz dealership application site. They just ask for some personal information, and then you can turn in your application online. Community comes together for family in need. Their power went out, leaving them with no electricity or running water. Neighbors connected their power lines to theirs, essentially saving the day. The family said their power went out due to a bad storm. One family member even stated, "This happens quite often when the weather goes south. We are grateful for our kind neighbors who showed compassion to help us get back on our feet." Wow, that's such a nice story. You know, I love whenever neighbors can just kind of come together and help, one another out. So I'm so happy to hear that the family is doing well and that they now have their power back. And that's just such a comforting, good story. So can't wait for all you to hear it. It's amazing what community can do whenever they work together. So the state fair is coming to town very soon, and it's estimated to attract many tourists. It could have a positive effect on the state's economy. Community activist estimates that the fair may potentially generate enough money to fund school lunches for the next 10 years. Food will be served, and some of the menu items include, but are not limited to, are cheeseburgers, hot dogs, funnel cake, and freedom fries. which they say is just a variation of the classical French fry. Rides will be free for all children under 5. Okay, and here's a couple of clips of what they'll be serving. We have a burger with free patties on a donut and some funnel cake as well. New movie hits the box office this weekend. It's called Love Your Neighbors and Love Yourself. It hits theaters and is #1 at the box office. Rotten Apples rated it a 10 out of 10. Movie Guru states, "I absolutely loved this movie. It was the perfect mix of comedy and romance. It made me laugh hysterically to the point of happy tears and put my heartbeat into overdrive." So I think I know what I'm going to be watching this weekend. I love that. I gotta go check that movie out. That's, a quick little reminder to, I guess, love yourself and love your neighbors. So it sounds like a good one. The movie will be playing in all local theaters. They just ask for you to keep your distance. Doctors have found a cure for cancer. This is a monumental moment in history and will benefit so many families struggling to overcome this awful disease. You heard it here first. Wow, that's amazing. This is what we've been waiting for. This is a groundbreaking discovery in the healthcare field. So, luckily for, my family, my immediate family, nobody struggles with, cancer, but it's comforting, knowing that they finally came to find a cure for cancer. So these healthcare workers and doctors work tirelessly around the clock just to make sure that our community is safe and taken care of. Okay, this next story happened here where I live, in the Kansas City area. Baby falls into gorilla cage at the Kansas City Zoo. Mother gorilla cradles it from the more aggressive gorillas and shelters the baby to safety. The gorilla's name is Sandra, and she's a mom of 3. Baby had 0 injuries and was released back to her mother upon retrieval from the kind mama gorilla. Wow, that's amazing. I have no words. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even fathom having your baby to have it land in a gorilla's arms, but luckily everything turned out okay, and the baby is in good health conditions. Oh, what a heartwarming clip. The baby is rekindling the relationship through the cage with the monkey at the zoo. New bill passes in the Senate today. Teachers can expect a major increase in salary for this year and years to come. The teachers are described by Congresswomen as dedicated and undeniably passionate about their teachings, which is to be able to safely teach the children of our futures how to become lovely young ladies and gentlemen. One student in her kindergarten class said, "My teacher taught me how to count and add, but more importantly, she taught me how to be a good friend." The kids had a science fair this weekend and learned that working together is the #1 rule. That's so precious. Children, they are our future, so I'm really filled with joy knowing that we are going to be taking care of the people who are essentially taking care of our children and the eyes of our future. This class voted for history as their favorite subject. New research study shows that sea life is adapting to the new temperature changes quite nicely, and some species, like the great white shark, are are even said to know how to breathe without water for up to 8 minutes. Although the cold weather and snowflakes will be missed by some species, such as the polar bears, studies prove most other species are adapting quite nicely to the warmer weather.
Wow, would you look at that? We have a family of polar bears just enjoying their time.
Okay, you guys are going to want to listen in to this next news story. This is a groundbreaking discovery about gardening. Some fun new tips on how to keep your Kentucky creepers from invading your yard and garden. This plant strain may look pretty with its thick, oval-shaped leaves. However, it's known to leave a dense ground covering that inhibits native wildflowers from growing. The gardening experts say using a herbicide can easily get rid of stubborn plants, allowing a better opportunity for your garden to thrive.
Professionals say that these vines might be hard to identify and that they might be confused with poison ivy or other trumpet vines.
With new technology advances, the data is showing we really are becoming the Jetsons. The community has learned to adapt to using technology much like that of the historical show The Jetsons. Before you know it, we will soon have a way to snap our fingers or wiggle our noses to make things happen. This revelation was merely a dream in the classical show Bewitched, where Samantha was made popular by using her superpowers. With the way things are going at the moment, we aren't too far off from making magic happen, all with the help of technology.
And there you go. Look at who it is. I dream of Genie.
2 new substances found on our sister planet Mars that resembles chocolate and sugar. Scientists have been researching these new findings in the lab, and it turns out the substances have a very similar chemical component to protein. This is astronomical for those who, like me, have a sweet tooth. They claim that this is a groundbreaking discovery and plan to implement the new substance in all candy and cake in the United States once it gets approved by the FDA. I look forward to my cake, that's for sure. Looking forward to incorporating some of that into my diet.
Here is just one example of what we can make using these new ingredients found on our sister planet. Look how amazing this chocolate cake looks. The icing looks so yummy, and I am so excited that they discovered this new ingredient.
Family becomes the #1 top-rated priority in new survey. Researchers interviewed 435 people, and all 435 people who were interviewed voted family as their #1. Such a sweet, heartwarming story, and it's totally relatable. I mean, family is just super important. So I can definitely relate to this news article.
Here's a picture that one of our viewers sent into our station.
An orange fat cat is accused of giving too many kisses to his owner. Many neighbors question the owner for being too accepting of the kisses, citing that a cat should only kiss his owner before bedtime and not in the morning. That's a big deal, they say.
Oh, and would you look at that? Here is a picture of the fat cat.
And in sports this week, we have a new champion for the water sport known as log rolling. This sport can be explained as having 2 opponents balancing on a floating log in water. The log will roll over, and each contestant has to balance their body weight without falling into the water. The game lasted for about 1 hour before the ref blew the whistle, ending the game. The winner got to bring home a gold medal and trophy. His wife said he's been working so hard day in and day out for this moment and that she couldn't be more proud of his accomplishments. He's a very strong man and his legs are so powerful. He's been anticipating this moment for all of his life since the beginning of time. Good for him.
He has his medals displayed in his basement along with his other trophies.
All those serving in a governmental position are expected to use inclusive language only. This bill was passed by a landslide at the White House and will help to bridge any gaps between two or more groups of people when communicating legislative information. They claim that using this type of communication will help to facilitate a more peaceful way when agreeing to disagree between our trusted leaders.
They said they believe this will help to keep a more peaceful atmosphere.
All right, so we have a new dinosaur spotted in South Dakota. The town cannot stop talking about it. They are giving away free rides to any kiddos who would like one. They secure the children into a safe seat by connecting the saddle to the dinosaur using straps and holsters, creating a seatbelt-like invention. Families' nanny states the kids had a great time. They served bologna and salami sandwiches from a food truck, and everybody had the time of their lives.
Oh, how fun! And here you can see the kiddos enjoying the ride.
And for the weather tomorrow, the skies are expected to be clear and sunny. The temperature will be sitting at a near perfect 69 degrees Fahrenheit with no chance of rain. Everyone in the world will have a good day and can expect the weather conditions to remain fair.
Looky, it's going to be rainbows and sunshine and maybe even unicorns.
That's all I got for you folks. Wishing you and yours good news and good night. I hope you enjoyed today's ASMR video, and if you would like to see more happy news stories, then be sure to click that like and subscribe button and tune in to next week's news. We'll see you then. Bye.